There have been some nice moments. That beating the Lakers was fun. Chioza coming on has been fun, but on the whole, it hasn't been that fun season from last year. But you know what?
This season has been an abomination. This is the worst
I will tell you,
NBA season as an NBA
a
fan
lot, but a
I've
lot.
had.
The last, I'm having a hard time. I have to tell you, all these teams that are in the finals every year, they all have something in common. They all have top players, and a lot of these players
A shit owner.
are, and a lot of these players are try to mandate trades, and a lot of times the moves that they try to mandate as trades are not good, but talent ends up winning. And so even though LeBron is a fucking terrible GM, and almost everybody he ever wants on his team, it does not work out. He's talented enough, and he gets enough out of his team that it ends up working out. And you know what? He did that in Cleveland. He did that in Miami. And you know what? I have similar faith that it may not be the most quote unquote fun. It may not be like the Mavericks making the winning the finals in 2011 when it's this group of guys who were all hungry for winning their first ring, and Nowitzki and Peja and Marion and Jason Kidd and all that. But this is gonna be a fun ride, and what the thing I need to repeat to Net fans constantly is the Nets locking themselves up in cap money with D'Lo and Tobias Harris and Levert and whoever. That team is not winning. That team is not sniffing the Eastern Conference Finals. That team is not sniffing the finals. And maybe it would have been more quote unquote fun to watch it, but if we really want to win, you're not winning with a team of B pluses. You need some A pluses on this team, and the A pluses tend to bring some headaches with you. So like I'm willing to suck it up because I've dealt with enough teams that have been mediocre and have been a 4, 5, 6 seed, 7 seed, 8 seed, and I know that this year's kind of a wash as a 7 or 8 seed, whatever they are. But come next year, they have the ability to be dominant, and that's who ends up winning. Like the NBA, the team that wins more often than not is the best team, and if things break right, they could be. There's no reason why they couldn't be a top 3 team in the league next year. I just there's nothing about them.
Sam, I'm so sad hearing those words come out. Not because you're wrong, because you're right. And we don't have the equipment on this team to face teams that understand what you just said. How did we get here? Like, we were 42-40 last year. Why are we 4 games under 400 this year? Like, I don't understand, Sam. What is happening?
I don't know, man. This year was rough. Look, I think it's always
2020 was
weird.
shit. There's no getting around it. 2020 was shit for everyone.
Forever, absolutely. But this is what I will say about the Nets. I think the one thing that became unrealistic about the Nets going into this year is, and it's because human beings by nature don't like waiting, and we don't like, and we're highly impatient. And I'm as guilty of this as anyone else. But I think Nets fans this season, even though they knew that KD was probably not going to play a single game, and they
That
still were
that
acting.
does not count, by the way. If you knew he wasn't going to play a single game, your job as general manager of the Brooklyn Nets is to figure out a way to keep winning. And they didn't do that. But I digress. Go ahead, Sam.
But so my point is, like, I think it's tough. Like, look, there's no point in NBA history that I could think of where the best player on a team is not there and the team wins a title.
I
And
don't want to win a title. I don't want to win a title. What my thing is, let's just not be sacrificial lambs. Let's actually go in here and compete.
But they did. I mean, but I think part of the disconnect with me and you is I think this year was shitty because this year was like just kind of shitty, and like Kyrie said some things that are dumb like he always says, but like this year was shitty in part because I mean the season ends in March. A million guys get hurt. Atkinson gets fired. With like all things being equal, me and you like. And you've played a big role in this for me personally, and from reading your Twitter even before we linked up. Like Atkinson, I don't think was going to end up being the guy that was going to be the coach taking us to the next place. So
he's a bad coach.
So honestly, ripping the Band-Aid off now is probably better than us ripping it off next November or December.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree with that. Keep going.
So look, I think we all have a lot of anxiety right now about the Nets because we want to get back to normal basketball. And the truth is, Nets fans generally, they just want to fast forward through even this bubble right now.
Here's the main question to you: is there a product on the market right now that solves the problem of I've got a big backyard and I don't know where it fits me? I'm talking about from a kid's perspective. My 7-year-old, all he could do is play basketball in his backyard. Is there a future as a Brooklyn Nets fan to be seeing good basketball played in this city? Is there a future of that? I need to know if that's the case or not.
Absolutely, 100%.
100%.
100%. That like barring another horrendous KD or Kyrie injury, there's no reason there will not be good basketball played in Brooklyn next year.
If KD gets hurt, are we finished?
No, I mean we're not finished, but look, you could say that about any team. What happens if Kawhi gets hurt? What happens if LeBron gets hurt? What happens if Giannis gets hurt?
I'm not a Clippers fan. I'm a Nets fan.
No, but you're talking worst case. Like worst case is there's a reason why it's called worst case, right? Like because if it happens, like you're going to be in the worst position you thought you could be in.
Who are the FA Cup champions? Do you follow the FA Cup, by the way?
No, I used to be more of a soccer guy. Now I'm out.
You know what? Fine, stay out. Can we be a effective team in the first round of the NBA playoffs in this shortened season? Can we be effective with the roster that we have currently?
Right now, I think if they play, I mean, the answer is most likely not. But they're also without seven guys? 6 guys?
Yeah. They're still. I don't want to talk about Manchester United on this channel. I will say this. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. But I'm willing to take what everyone says. Everyone says I'm tripping. That there's something wrong with me. I'll accept that. Go ahead.
Look, this is what I was going to say because I witnessed a lot of your interactions with Net fans on Twitter. Your interactions with fellow Nets fans are with people that absolutely deserve to get slapped across the face Twitter wise, because they're people who do not deal with any form of Nets criticism and are basically trying to make a censorship free.
The Nets fan police come get me all the time. The Nets fan police hate me. So yes, you're right. Keep going, Sam.
And that's why, I sometimes come in. Look, a lot of these guys I can't even deal with, and I tweet at Nets Daily, and I've tweeted at Pooch a little bit here and there and stuff like that. And a lot of the Nets Daily followers or the Brooklyn Game followers, whoever they are. These are guys who are doing exactly what they said that they weren't going to do before the Kyrie and KD before they came here, which is they basically became like Homer fans, the same way that the Heat fans became intolerable, the same way that Knicks fans have some disease because they're always intolerable whether they're good or bad. But the same way that Celtics fans have been on a high horse because they stole all of our picks 6 years ago, whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
they're becoming the exact fans that they said they weren't going to become, which is that if you diss Atkinson, if you diss Marks, if you diss whatever, you've now committed heresy. And it's also even worse because even when their own guys that they support go the other way and get traded, then they flip the switch in a second. I wonder what these guys are now saying about Rondé Hollis Jefferson when I was criticizing them. Now the man is almost out of the league. What were they saying about? I'm trying to think. What are they saying about Bojan Bogdanovic now that he's on a contender in Utah? I'm sure when he was here, he was considered the next Petrovic, and now what is he considered?
Dude, it doesn't even matter. I just want to be able to put a championship in New York City. And I'm worried. I'm scared that this is not the guy to lead us there. It bothers me that I don't trust Sean Marks. Because before, I basically just said, whatever Sean Marks does, it's good. I am legitimately scared because the last thing I want to do is start from the beginning and start building a team. That's always a bad place to be, Sam. And I'm very worried. I don't know. I don't like this Orlando thing. I don't like anything that's happening with the Brooklyn Nets right now. I don't like these players, getting the disease. This season freaking sucks. Tell me why I should be happy. Give me something happy to latch on to, Sam.
Something in term for this season?
For the Brooklyn Nets, yes. And it better be not be any of that sun will come out tomorrow bullshit. Tell me why I should be excited.
You should be excited. You should be excited because basketball is back, and that's within itself is a good thing. But B, I think, look, from what I heard, there was some type of net scrimmage today in practice. Kurucs was starting. I think Vaughn is gonna go. He's gonna zag from a lot of the things that Atkinson was doing, and I think you're gonna see. the guys like Kurucs get more minutes. I think you're gonna see I think you already saw with Vaughn, Chiozza getting more minutes, and I think you're gonna see guys that. Look, the good thing for the Nets is that a lot of these guys are in obscurity right now, and all they can do is become assets. Like the Nets have so many guys that aren't playing right now that a lot of the guys that are going to be playing are basically these like 8th, 9th, 10th men. Obviously, besides LeVert, Harris, Allen, but Harris is a free agent, and I think the league already knows what they need to know about LeVert, but. Like the Chiozzas and the Kurucses of the world, at worst case, they're just going to get a lot of run, and that's why I do understand when we started off this pod of being. I am nervous that guys like Crawford and Beasley are going to start to get a lot of minutes when I think the idea of them being on the roster next year is even if they are, who the hell cares? I want to.
Who the hell cares?
I want to see if Kurucs is legit. He's shown to me. I've seen enough from him where I'm like, I want to see this guy for a consistent period of time, not this crap that Kenny pulled on him, which was I gave the baseball analogy of you start 3 innings, then you get taken out, you're not sure what you did wrong, then you get to come back in relief, then you come back as a closer, What they did, what they've done to Kurucs is malpractice.
And they screwed with that kid's head. But, dude, are we gonna be all right?
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
All right, I'm going to sleep. I've been painting all day. I've been doing brownstone refurbishment all day. Are we gonna be all right, Sam? Please tell me we're gonna be all right.
We're absolutely gonna be okay.
Dude, this has been the front office. I hope we're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
I'll let you do most of the talking. I've got stuff to say, but I don't want to put bad mind on this season. I want to win.
I'm with you.
Let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win.
It's been the front office, dude.
Yep.
Let's win. Let's win, New York City. Let's fucking win.